the earlier we know that we have problem in this country, the better for us. But by the time we are beginning to hide under some subterfuge, making people believe that we are one, whereas we are not. Even the framers of the Constitution, for instance, when you put state of origin, in America, you have nothing. In fact, you can't even see state of origin in America. Once you're an American, you're an American. Right. So here, we are yet to imbibe that. We can't have such things in a political lexicon and still be thinking of unity. When I want to fill a form, federal form, for instance, for any position or country or the state of origin, and that has already given me out that I'm from Ondo State. The person who is maybe is a rival to Ondo State, maybe is the one that will determine my future. Yeah. Already my future is already determined. That's right. So by just putting state of origin, so this thing is fundamentally wrong. And I also said it that when the national confab, that anything short of true federalism, which is alias resource control, and that is what many people don't want to hear, that resource control. There is no how you evolve true federalism, fiscal federalism, without resource control. We can't hide under anything. The earlier we go back to where we were coming from, that pre-independence, and shortly after independence, where the various regions were allowed a level of autonomy, because only to be paying tax to the federal government, that is when we'll get solution to this problem. Our leaders are not even thinking Nigerian. Let me tell you this. How many of them are really patriotic? Now, they are now going to say that we should now be singing the old national anthem. Is it from our heart? Or is it just singing the old national anthem because it talks about unity? If it talks about unity, we can mouth the unity. But if it does not come from our heart, the real root is yet to be tackled. We are just wasting time. And whatever the national confab is doing now, if it does not come with true federalism, I'm afraid, like I said here on this platform, Sunrise Daily, okay, we would have wasted opportunities, time, and money. If it does not come with true federalism, in all its extensive ramifications, we have wasted a lot of time.
Okay, let me ask you this. A number of people would confirm that, yes, we have what is supposed to be unity in diversity. The diversity of this nation, there is a Yoruba man, there is an Hausa man, there is Igbo, there's Fulani, Kanuri, and I can go on and on and on and on.
And name all 260.
And all that, yes. So it is going to be virtually impossible for them to lose that identity, to gain the identity and the and just be Nigerian first and foremost, and then secondarily be Yoruba or Igbo or Hausa. What is it we have to do to get us to that point where it doesn't matter what part of the country you are from? Because at the moment it does. And we cannot lie about that. We cannot pretend or live in denial that a Yoruba man is unlikely to emerge as the governor of Kano State. No matter how much knowledge and expertise you bring to the table, it probably will never happen in our lifetime. What do we need to do to emerge?
Yes, thank you very much. I think very dreadfully, the opportunity to do that is what is being frittered away now at the National Confab. That's just the opportunity we have in this age to do that, so that all of us will know ourselves and recognize ourselves as Nigerians, so irrespective of where you come from. That is why I don't really buy the idea of rotational presidency. It is very undemocratic. It's abnormal as far as I'm concerned. Anybody that comes from any of the geopolitical zones should be acceptable by all. Look at the time of MK Abiola. It was even a Muslim ticket. And the whole country embraced Abiola, irrespective of their religious leaning, irrespective of their political. Everybody, because they knew that that guy was worth being president of Nigeria because of his antecedent. We are looking for people like that. People who will come out. Nobody will even ask, what religion are you? But because we know that this guy can deliver. Do we have such a person in Nigeria today? That's why I say I'm afraid that we don't even have patriots among the so-called leaders. Because everybody looks for every opportunity to cleave to his own ethnic background. So when you become president, you rally around all your ethnic guys around you who will now be drumming support for you, even threatening other nationality and all that. We don't need that. The leaders have to lay the template. just like he said, Ubani said recently, look, this national conference, for instance, is supposed to lay the template on which Nigeria of tomorrow should be built. But unfortunately, with what they are doing there right now, which is even winding up now, unfortunately, we are missing it. And that is my this thing all the time.
Doctor.
Because the leaders we have today, sincerely, how did they get there in the first place? They got there by cleaving to ethnicity, and from this side and from this side. So
yes.
we should know that we have a problem. And that problem is very, very fundamental until the leaders actually show example that, look, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, we are all one. And he does not only mouth it, he acts it out for people to see.
But doctor, what you are talking about, can it be achieved through legislation? Is it not in the psyche of the people? There might be a law saying that we're all Nigerians and we can do this, we can do that. But in our minds, are we that way?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Not through legislation. Because when you talk about legislation, now who are the legislators? The same people who ab initio kicked against what is going on in Abuja now. The same people who have kicked against through federalism and resource control. So it can't be achieved through legislation. That is why what they are doing right there now, if they have done the right thing, should be subject to referendum of the people. Because like I said here the other time, I think I defined this sovereignty when people were talking about where does sovereignty lie. Sovereignty, absolute sovereignty lies with the people. Because it is the people who confer legal sovereignty to their leaders. So with the popular sovereignty that is still being held by the populace, they can remove the legal sovereignty from those who are holding it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the people have not been really empowered to do that because of the recall that is very cumbersome in our legal system.
Let me take the same question Alara just asked to you. As a lawyer, if you want to look at it and follow on from where doctors just finished, don't you think that the legislation will empower and enable Nigerians to evolve? Because if there is no legislation, no matter how much we say, if we're inspired enough, if we have the kind of leader that motivates us into evolving into a Nigeria that is filled with Nigerians first and foremost before we think of our ethnicity, all of that sounds like really ideal. But don't you think there is a need for legislation to guide us and be the fundamental or the foundation for everything we want to do?
Yeah, the issue of framework is very key. If the character will evolve, but there must be the foundation, the fundamental framework. We call it architecture or whatever. Oh, this is the way we want to go. Like he mentioned the issue of state. If the issue where you come from is no longer relevant, it's no longer in the constitution, you are filling a form, nobody asks you where you come from, which state, but are you a Nigerian? Fine. That is the legal framework. Now, with that, your character will begin to now reflect because there is already a framework. You don't think, oh, I'm from Ondo, I'm from Imo, Abia. You now begin to think I'm a Nigerian because in every place where you go, they ask you to fill a form. They ask you, which country are you from, not which state are you from. You see, the character now begin to evolve based upon a legal framework that is already in place. So it's key that there must be a form, an architecture. The issue of now bringing your character to be in tune with whatever the legal framework has been, put in place, begin to evolve over the years. Oh, my children comes up and nobody asks him, oh, you are from Abia. I'm from Abia State. I emerged the chairman of MBA Ikeja Branch. All the things that I did, in fact, they're referring the biggest law bar center in the federation in the Ikeja Branch. I awarded the contract. I didn't carry it back to Abia. I bought 2 buses while as a chairman of MBA Ikeja Branch. I didn't take it to Abia. My practice is here in Lagos. I have been a member of Ikeja Branch. So whatever I'm doing it as a member of Ikeja Branch. I don't remember where I come from. Are you following me, sir? That is the evolution we are talking about. That if I'm in Kano, and then all my life I've spent it in Kano, my children are born in Kano, they school in Kano, why can't I be the governor of Kano?
Exactly.
Why can't I? You see, but there must be a legal framework so that we begin over the years. Because somebody in the north emerged as a mayor in the east. In the 60s, we heard about it. Zeke won election in the southwest. Here, sir. He was there. He speaks Yoruba. My wife speaks Yoruba more than most Yoruba people, She was born and bred here. So why can't we begin to evolve? I've been all my years now in Lagos. I've been over 20-something years practicing law in Lagos. I have never spent more than 2 weeks in my village. This year I have not been to my village.